Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? And Maverick! I didn't even think he was jumping up yet. Say hi, everybody! It's Maverick! My little good boy, aren't you? You're my good boy. Welcome to day 7 of our Vloggy chit chat video thing. So he has eaten the bejeebus out of this. He's about to have to get a new one of these. He really likes it. I don't know if it's just because it's bacon flavored or if it's also because it's green or if because it's just his new toy compared to the ones he has to share, but he really likes this, don't you, baby? Can you come up for this? Come up here. Up here. Come here. Maverick, up here. Maverick, focus. Up here. Good boy. Can I have kisses? No, you just want your bone. Yeah, here. We won't tease no more. There you go. That should keep him busy for a few minutes. He likes that thing more than the T-E-R-E-A-T word. Anyway, guys, we're gonna have to make this fairly quick because I have to get ready for work. I just got out of the shower and yeah, I have been obsessively working on that Whip Weekend project that I talked about yesterday, so I have to get that video done tonight. And then this weekend I have to get going on my movie marquee. I was going to do that yesterday, but I went to my doctor's visit, which wasn't my usual doctor. He's on vacation. I assume it's a vacation. They just keep saying like he won't be back for a while. Well, they didn't say for a while. They said he's still going to be gone a while when I went to make this appointment. And I already have an appointment for him, like for just a routine, another routine, like weight loss progress checkup, that kind of thing, at the end of the month on like the 24th or 25th or whatever. So like he'll be back by then, because they haven't like started rescheduling his appointments or anything like that. But he's not here now, and they're not expecting him at least for this week or whatever, because that's why they gave me a different doctor in his practice. But and I was more alarmed before, I don't know, yesterday or the day before, maybe even, is when I kind of started calming down. So I didn't want to say anything because I would like freak out. I didn't want to freak anyone else out. I didn't want to like cry. I didn't want or anything like that. But like Saturday night, like last Saturday night, I got home from work and, you know, like my feet hurt really bad. I mean, that bone, well, both bones, 3 bones burns, I guess. I have 2 on one heel, 1 on the other. I still haven't gotten that taken care of. So like I'm used to like coming home, my feet hurting really bad, just because like the pain on my heel hurts and it almost like radiates down my feet, you know, plus being on my feet all day, it you know, normal aches and pains is what I'm saying. Like that's not what I'm complaining about. But so like that hurt. So I, you know, spend my time with the boys. Like I came home, let them out. We played a little bit, and then I sat down, and that's when usually like the, you know, you really notice like the throbbing and it, you know, like, so I was messaging my bestie and I was telling him like, oh, my feet are killing me, because he went through the same night with me, you know, so he knew. And he's like, yeah, me too, or whatever. And I was a little bit later, I was like, well, it's going away, but my foot's really numb and my leg is really numb, like my left side, you know, leg and foot. And I said, well, I'm sure, you know, like when I go to sleep, it'll be fine in the morning. It was not fine. Sunday morning was not fine. In fact, it was worse. My whole leg and foot and everything was numb, and now my left arm and hand were numb. And everybody was like, "Are you having a stroke?" And I was like, "I don't think so." Like, I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because of like, I guess like nervousness and how uncomfortable everything has been, you know, with everything. But like, I was, you know, I was freaking out, you know. It's like, I don't think so. I don't, you know, like, I don't know what it could be. There's no like pain associated with it aside from my usual after work foot pain, but that was in both feet and it was normal, you know, for me to have that. And then the next day, Monday, my right leg started kind of going like not as bad and not as fast, but it was definitely losing feeling. And I was like, oh my God, like I don't know what's going on, but I was freaking out. And of course then, like, I had made my decision, and I should have already, but like, I didn't know if my doctor's practice would be open Monday because of the next day being the 4th. And I knew that the next day on the 4th they were not open because I actually checked. So I just, and the first day, like the first full day of it happened like Saturday night, and then the first full day was Sunday. So like I just hadn't like messaged or called him. So I decided between Monday night and Tuesday I would get we have a messaging system for our hospital and doctors. Like I'm sure most do, but I'm just saying like we do. So I was like, I'm going to have that message sent off so that Wednesday morning he can get it, you know, like straight away or whatever. And I did. And that's when like somebody else from his office messaged me because he was not there. And was like, call the nurse triage for your symptoms. Because I imagine that fill-in doctor was kind of like, oh, that's not good. Because when I called the nurse, they were basically like, oh, that's not good. So they wanted me to get an appointment right away. So they gave me the appointment with this doctor. And I mean, of course, by then the appointment was, you know, like a couple days late. It was yesterday. So at this point, it's been like 5 or 6 days. So she had pretty much ruled out like it wasn't a heart attack. It wasn't, you know, this or that. That she, like, I don't even know what this or that was. I mean, literally, it was just like, I'm not saying anything bad about this doctor because she was very nice and this, you know, I was going to say this and that too. She was very nice and she did a lot of things like test wise and stuff on me there. Like, you know, she like went down my arms with like, had me closing my eyes with like, not like a pinch and stab me, but like, you know, sharp, dull, like sensations, like, and down my legs. And she had me like, she was trying to like stretch me and stuff like that to just associate what was going on. So, I mean, it isn't like she just sat there and was like, oh, or anything like that. But like, she was not my doctor. You know, my doctor is more thorough, and I mean, and he just knows me because he's my doctor. You know what I mean? Like, she's going into this blind. So like, let's not pretend for a second she's supposed to know, well, remember when we talked about this pain? So it could be related to, or, you know, because like him and I have talked about like possibilities of a sciatic problem, or, you know, like he knows like my heel spurs, and he's a fairly new doctor to me because if you remember, like, I don't know, last year or the year before that, my regular doctor had retired, or at least left the practice to do a different one or whatever. So this one is newer, but like I've seen him for regular checkups and everything like quite a bit. So he knows me, and he's taken the time to like check my history and everything over quite a bit. So like I want my doctor. And she even said, you know, she's like, when he gets back, like, she's like, he's your man. Like, you know, he's got this for sure. Like, I'm just doing like the pre-work for him basically. And, you know, so I can't expect miracles out of her. But seems to be pretty sure that it's like a neurological, it's nerves is what she thinks. We're just trying to figure out like where and what's going on. You know, she doesn't think it's sciatic because of it being like the whole side of my body being like, this side's not that bad. It was weird but like age and a mixture of being on my feet for a long amount of time during work and then sitting quite a bit, like crocheting and stuff. Occasionally, even when nothing was wrong, you know, like your leg goes numb once in a while, or my arms, both of my arms over the last like 15, 20 years, once in a while go numb. I'm not saying like for a long amount of time. I'm saying like, oh, I need to go stretch kind of numb, you know, not like, oh, now I'm worried, you know. When it first happened ever, like when I was younger, I got worried. And a doctor did say like, well, you're getting older, you crochet a lot, this and this. It's going to happen as long as it doesn't happen long periods of time. Like this is happening, you know. This is concerning. Like this was not. So like it's not like it hasn't ever happened with my limbs. It happens. Like a lot of people I've talked to, you know, it has happened. So it's not ever gonna not happen. But for it to be like I said, 5 or 6 days now. Yeah, we're not thrilled, are we, Maverick? But yeah, so I have to go do an x-ray and some blood work, and she's going to take a look at that if they get that back before my doctor gets back, and then see what's going on. Like, Google tells you so many things that it could be. I mean, at this point, I thought like if I believed everything I'm saying, I would think I had, cancer, multiple sclerosis, blood disorders. What else the heck came up on it? Different nerves. There's the sciatic is still a possibility according to Google, and there's one that's basically in tandem with your sciatic, but it's up here. It starts with a B, I think. I can't remember the name of it, but it kind of runs your upper body the way the sciatic runs your lower. It runs down your lower body and stuff. This one runs up here or something. So it could be either one of those. It could be compressed vertebrae. It could be cancer and tumors. It could be blood clots. It could be if it's a Google, it could be anything, right? So like you can't really just start, I mean, you can start Googling your symptoms, but you can't because it's going to be bad, Could be fibromyalgia. It could be heart disease. It could be, there's so many different things, and it's I also think, honestly, I'm not a doctor, obviously, but if I were to guess, because she has me doing stretches too, because she really does think it's something nervous system with my spine or something. She really thinks that, it seems like. So she has me doing these stretches. Like one of them is a yoga stretch. It's like just like the downward dog or whatever, like where you're basically a triangle on the floor. And I was like, under normal circumstances, like, cause I can like touch my toes just fine, just easily, which apparently like even like Damon can't do that. He doesn't stretch enough that his fingers actually touch his toes, and he's like quite thin. So there's nothing to do with thinness to some degree, and everything. So it's not that, but like I can do it easily without bending my knees or anything, just touch my toes. And I have to actually watch a video on it because I'm dumb and I don't know any yoga stuff. But when I saw pictures, it looked like you touch your toes and you kind of like can walk out into like a triangle, and that's the pose you hold, So I started to do that. Normally, when I'm on my feet too long, or when I stretch like my calf muscle, because that stretches my Achilles heel tendon or whatever, and that is right where my bone spurs are, I get like a radiating, shooting pain from my bone spur, right? Because of everything being numb, I assume it's like a tickle, like a really crazy, the most ticklish tickle I've ever been tickled feeling in my life. And I was in my little triangle last night, and I held that for all of like 3 seconds, because like I would have fallen over, because I was like suppressing like the giggle that you get when I giggle when I am tickled anyway. So I know some people don't, but I was like suppressing that already, and I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold the pose. I couldn't hold the giggle. I couldn't do it. So that's concerning, actually. Like it's humorous, but it's concerning because like pain shouldn't feel like a tickle, like an internal tickle in your leg. So yeah, got to get to the bottom of it, but at least like it put my mind to rest enough that I didn't feel like I could, like keel over in the next 30 seconds or something. Like I don't think I truly feel like it's I think my bone, because okay, I've explained my bone spurs when I first found out I had them, but like, so like normally like you have your heel, right? And a bone spur is like jutting off it, whatever way it's jutting off it. I have like one heel is like that. The right heel is like that. The left heel that I've been talking about has like two, it's like devil horns. The lady that did my I was going to say autopsy, you guys. Let's not do that. My x-ray, she actually said, that's the worst bone spur I've ever seen. And like, they're great. Great, thanks. But part of me makes me wonder, like, how many, you have nerves everywhere, but like how many like central nerves or like big nerves or whatever you want to say, like how many, they're all important. How many main nerves or whatever go through your like heels, your feet and stuff? Could it be nerve damage because of that? Like, I don't know, but it kind of makes me wonder that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Another item to add to my list of I'm falling apart. But at least also it's not like it's not like I can't feel anything. It's just, I can feel everything. I can feel my nails. I can feel the difference between my nails and my fingertips. I can feel, things are tingly and like that numb tingle. It's not like I can't feel things. So like, it's not the worst that it could be. But yeah, that's hopefully I don't cause any worry now that I'm much less worried. I'm not by any means like unworried, but like I'm not panicking and on the verge of tears and anything like that. But I know sometimes you guys are like, oh, doctor's appointment, is everything okay? So that's why I like try to make sure it's just a routine checkup, don't worry. But it wasn't, so I can't say that. I don't want to lie to anybody. But I did wait to get some news, I guess, just to Anyway, I did say we had to hurry, and here's 15, 16 minutes in. Sorry. I guess today's a health update. PSA, take care of stuff like your bone spurs and stuff in case that's what is causing this. Like, don't let it do that to you. But luckily, Mr. M down here is still distracted. So I bet he won't be in a second because we're about to have some crinkly packaging. Just a little for you who are not fans of that. Not like Ice Yarns kind of crinkly packaging. But we're going to open my stitch marker of the day before I get going. Which is, what did I say? The 7th, right? Today's the 7th? Yes. So let me get that open. These are from Miss Ellie Leva, whose Instagram and YouTube channels are now linked down below so that you can more easily get a hold of her. Oh, I found another. No, I almost dropped. Oh, I found multiple ones. I'm taking these out. Hold on. I'll get my thoughts collected and you can actually know what I'm talking about. She has stitch marker advent calendars, which is where I'm getting at with this. And she designs like this is the 4th of July. So she like puts thought into all the design and the wrapping and as you can see, the red, white, and blue. But what I was excited about was I got some more of these, like, I'm saying confettis, but they're like rhinestones in the shape of stars. They're hard and they're glittery and, they have the mirrored background type. I love them. I had one saved over here because I am fully intending to stick these on something. I love them. But just little things like that. She's using that in here for like confetti. And like I kept this in here. Oh, I found a blue one too. Yes. 2 blue ones. Yes, yes, yes. See, I didn't dig through these enough. And now that usually I like go through the whole entire bag and I set out all of them in order. But I didn't this time. I just grabbed them. Like I found the number with you guys. But so now I'm finding all. Oh, I love them. Love, love, love. Okay. It's like they had, I was trying to show you, I pulled this out every day almost, but they have like the little flag in here. Each one is decorated, which when I find number 7, I will show you. I found 8, 10, 12. Where are you? 7, 9, 11, 7. And like this one is going to be in like the red glitter paper. And the front has the number 7, obviously, and then a fireworks sticker. See, she thinks of everything. And she has made stitch marker holders for them. Here's all my previous stitch markers. And once again, there is the 7. Let's open her up. Let's see if he notices. He's into that bone, you guys. He loves it. Oh, that's cool. I like it. It also, let me show you this real quick too. also the paper background that she uses. Very 4th of July. Here is the stitch marker, which is an enamel flag charm. Isn't that pretty? Love it. I love it. Thank you, Ellie. And it's going on my stitch markers holder. Right there. There we are. So it is added to the pile, to the bunch, to the gang. They're so pretty. Really, really love this one, the disco ball looking one. Anyway, I think my time is pretty much up, so I have to hurry. But yeah, Ellie's information is linked down below, so you can get a hold of her. And Maverick and I are going to go, because I'm pretty sure he's probably going to have to potty again before I leave, and I have to get ready for work. So I love you guys. Sorry, everything was basically like a health update today, but I hope you're having a good start to the weekend this evening when the weekend starts. Or tomorrow or Sunday, whenever your weekend starts. My weekend doesn't start till Sunday, so those of you who joined me on that, yeah. I will try to get my Whip Weekend video filmed tonight now that I've been talking about it, and that's what I've been working on too, so that's what I'll be able to show you. But all right, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.